Hey, what's going on YouTube? It is Pichet, the Enduring Optimist here, and I'm not really feeling this light. So, yeah, I have not been doing videos at all. Been busy doing other things. However, a couple days ago, I went on, excuse me, I went on my actual Facebook page and I had asked for some questions that, I just asked for questions that people wanted me to answer. And I'm just going to go down the list, not in this video, but I'm just going to go down the list and I'm going to start doing videos based on the questions that were asked. So, this one came from a very good friend of mine from across the pond. So, hey, Carly, how you doing? And she's asked me this question a couple of times and I've never really answered it. So, Carly, I apologize that I was not answering. So, I'm going to do my best to answer it for you today. So, I've got some great notes and I've got some great tips and even a little bit of an activity for you guys to try based on my response to this. So, I was asked how to balance your business and your family life. A quick little spiel about me if you don't know. I'm a mother of three. I'm a wife. I have a 9-to-5 job, and then I have my dream job, which I'm actually working on building, which is the Optimist Kit, and I'm a blogger, and that's like another business in itself. And then I'm also getting ready to launch another business. Yeah, streams of income, people. So yeah, it's a lot of things that I'm doing, and I have been asked this question a lot, like how do you balance it all and still make time for your friends and your family and everything in between. So I'm going to do my best to answer this question and adjust my camera at the same time. I don't know. I feel like I look like odd. It could be that light. Maybe. No, I don't know. Okay. Sorry, guys. So, how to balance business and family life. I had to write down some notes because I'm probably going to go on for a minute here. So I apologize in advance. If you're looking for a quick 5-minute video, you're probably not going to get it from me. Just a warning. So how to balance your business and your family life. First of all, it's not easy. It definitely takes some discipline, but I can guarantee that you can do it. Me, I'm a work in progress, but I've actually been implementing a couple of things to help me kind of change it up a little bit. So I've been able to make some changes and make some adjustments in my life to start to develop that balance. So I don't have it 100%. I'm just telling you what I do. So the first thing that I want to say is family first, and that's something that we always have to remember is that our family has to come first. They were there in the beginning before we even decided to launch a business. They've been here through our trials and our tribulations, and they're going to be there at the end too when we just up and decide to either sell the business or completely stop doing it altogether. So our family has to come first. And in my house, it's my husband and it's the 3 kids, and my youngest will be 3 next month, and then my oldest is 9, and then my one in the middle, he's 8. So I know that I have to do certain roles with them. Like it's me and my daughter, we have to have mommy-daughter time. Me and my sons, it has to be mommy-son time. Me and my husband, y'all know how that is. Sorry, honey. Okay, anyway. So yeah, you definitely have to put them first. They have to come first. But the good thing about putting your family first is that they understand and that they are honestly your biggest cheerleaders. Our family, they want to see us succeed. When they see us passionate about something, they definitely want to see us succeed. I know my husband, he's always telling me how proud of me he is. And he's always saying, I see what you're doing and I see what you're doing. And a lot of times he shares it on his Facebook page or he'll share it on Instagram and things like that. So they do become our biggest cheerleaders. So putting them first will actually, give you that leverage that you're looking for where they will become your biggest fans. And then also a fun thing that I like to do is I like to get my family involved. My husband's a truck driver, so eventually we joke about it all the time. But I was like, if I get like X amount of orders, hopefully you can buy me a truck and you can just drive the truck and make all these great deliveries for me. And he kind of laughs it off, but he might be doing that one day. But My kids, they help do packaging. They give me ideas. Actually, next month, I want to say this month because technically it is this month because it's the last day of April, whatever. But next month in May, my kids are actually going to help me rewrite my first book, The Optimist Guide to Journaling. We're actually going to create a kids version. So getting their insight and their input is very important. So I've scheduled like weekly meetings where we sit down and we talk about elements of the book that they want to include, parts of my book now that they might want to take out or maybe revise. And then with the Optimist Kit, they've helped me fill kits before. They've helped me, they put stickers on stuff. They put stamps on things and stuff like that. They really enjoy doing that. And it also sets a great example for entrepreneurship for your kids. I think entrepreneurship is something that every kid should experience because it definitely toughens their skin and it teaches them a lot about money management, marketing, and sales, which I'm still learning. So start them off young. It's the way to go. So family first. First. So the next thing, and this one might be a little rough, but it has to happen, is to create a schedule. It's a business. So we can't stress that enough. If you are an entrepreneur and you do work from home, you still run a business. So you have to set hours. You have to set business hours and you have to stick to them. That's something that I'm still learning right now in my phases, that I have to set business hours for myself. I've had people send me emails at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, I got to respond. But truth be told, I don't have to respond. Not right then and there. And that's something that you do have to learn. You have to set those boundaries. To create that balance, you have to set those boundaries. So if you say that you do business from 9 to 5, then you have to stick to that. But you can also factor in your lunch. You can factor in breaks. Those are things that you have to develop for yourself. Having a home business, it does take a lot of discipline because it's not a regular 9 to 5 job where you clock in and you clock out. You also have your kids at home. You also have your husband or your wife, or you might have friends that try to come over during those business hours. So you have to create a business schedule for yourself. So then that comes the next question. How do you find these business hours that I'm talking about? It's time for an activity. Insert applause. Thank you. So for this activity, it's definitely going to take some work. I'm not going to lie. And if you're really, really serious about finding that balance, then you got to do it. Sorry, you got to do it. So, what you're going to need is a pen, paper, and you in your life. So what do? So what you're going to do is for a day or 2 days or even an entire week. I recommend a week because 1 to 2 days is okay, but a week you can really get a full perspective of everything that you do in a week's time. So what you're going to do during the whatever specific time period you want to do, a day, 2 days, a week, you're actually going to document an entire 24-hour day. Yeah, entire 24-hour day. You hear that? Say, that's family life. I don't know if you guys heard that, but my youngest one is doing something out there. So you're going to document your life for 24 hours or 48 hours or how many hours are in a week? Y'all know. You do the math. And during this time, you're actually going to include so make sure you include how many hours you sleep. Calculate your meal times. Don't just say breakfast at 7 a.m. Do you eat breakfast for 15 minutes? Do you eat breakfast for an hour? It all depends. You got to keep track of that stuff. And then also make it a point to just assess where all your time is going. So if you even if you carpool and you carpool for an hour, document it. If you spend time on social media, I'm guilty too, guys. Document it. Even if you say, well, I'm only going to do it for 30 minutes and you sit there and you're scrolling through Facebook and you're double tapping on Instagram and you look up and 2 hours have passed, document it, please. So after you've completed that activity, and I'm going to show you guys a little thing that I created. I created this little nifty little printout a couple of months ago because I was trying to assess where my time was going. So it's got the days of the week, starting with Sunday, ending with Saturday. And then it's got my typical wake up time, which is 6 a.m. And then it goes all the way down to 4:30 a.m. the next day. I know it's weird, but that's just how I did it. I'll be doing a better version of this for sure. But yeah, this actually helped me out a lot. So I did it for a week, and that's what sparked this. I did it for a week, and I just highlighted. I used a highlighter, used colored pens, used highlighters, just so you can kind of symbolize where all your time is going, so you can understand that. You know, I used yellow for open, like I was doing a lot of social media times at oddball times, and so I just marked those as open because I know I could be doing something else with my time. Family time was purple. My work schedule was green because green is money. And then my night job, my dream job, that was actually in pink. No, not pink. I think it was blue. Blue. So this is what I use. And you guys can make one of these too. Just open up an Excel spreadsheet and you can kind of do the same format. Like I said, I'll be doing a different one. And if you're interested, I will be sure to include it on my blog, theenduringmind.com. So, yes. So now after you've completed this activity, you're going to review all your activity and start playing the elimination game. So, eliminate that excessive TV time. Like, if you've noticed, like, all my Scandal fans or my, TGIT people, that's like, 2 hours, 3 hours? Because it's, Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, and now they got another show, but for me, it was How to Get Away with Murder. So, it was 3 hours that I was not doing nothing. Well, I was probably working while I was doing that too, but I wasn't working at 100% capacity. I was looking up and peeking and, stuff like that. So now that Derek is dead from Grey's Anatomy, hey, that frees up an hour, right? Sorry, I had to go there. But yeah, it's true. Start eliminating that excessive TV time. You know, we have DVR, we have Netflix, we have Hulu. Technology gods, thank you, because this is allowing us to watch television whenever we deem it necessary, not when the man deems it necessary. So, eliminate that excessive TV time and create a schedule. You know, save your weekends. Like if you want to work Monday through Friday and you want to be off on Saturdays and Sundays, make your weekends your TV catch up and just don't pay attention to Facebook because everybody tells what happens on TV shows on Facebook now. Thanks, guys. Next, reduce your social media time. Just like I said, you can say, well, I'm just going to scroll through Facebook and see what's going on. I'm going to wish people a couple happy birthdays. And the next thing you know, 20 minutes has turned into 2 hours. I'm guilty. And you've completely wasted your day. And now you have your family duties to tend to. Now you got to make lunches and make dinner and pick up the kids from school or do this and do that and everything else in between. So take out that time. Take it out. Get rid of it. Use it for something. Use it for the greater good, guys. Okay? And next is find those blocks. So now that you've eliminated that time, that excessive TV time, that social media time, and now it's time for you to start finding blocks for your business. So you don't have to work a consecutive 8 hours home businesses. That's the luxury of starting a business. It's the luxury of having a home business. You don't have to stick to that 9 to 5 schedule. You can work midnight to 5 a.m. if you want to. If your schedule shows that that's your most productive time, if that shows that you have the most flexibility, go for it. And then my biggest tip, because if you know me, I'm an organizational nut, get a planner. Now, I'm not saying go crazy, okay? You don't have to get one of those big fancy leather-bound planners unless it's your scope. But if you're new to the planner game, just go to Target, get a simple one, get a pretty one, something that's going to motivate you to write in it and utilize it. And make sure it has a daily feature in it, not just the monthly one. Also have the dailies in there so you can actually, write out your to-do list and things that you want to do. That's a whole nother video, guys. And last, I know I just kind of spoke about it, but the last point is eliminating those distractions. If you can't tell, I'm still working on it myself. That's just what it is. It's always going to be a work in progress. But what I'm starting to do is schedule my social media check-ins. I'm starting to call them check-ins now. And I do them when I come home from work. Like I said, I got the 9 to 5. So when I come home and the kids are running around and doing their thing, I take like 20 minutes to myself and I go through social media. I follow up on comments that anybody has left. I check if I have any emails, stuff like that. Email can go in that social media category too. We can get sucked in our email as well. And set a timer. If you're not self-disciplined yet, because you can get there. If you're not self-disciplined yet, set a timer for yourself. So if you say that you're going to be on social media for 20 minutes, then damn it, schedule it for 20 minutes. You know, we have alarms, we have timers on our smartphones, our iPhones, our Apple Watches. Why do they call it an iWatch? Anyway, tangent. Anyway, yeah, so schedule that time. Utilize your smartphones, utilize your phones in general. They have timers, they have alarms. We can set like 8 different alarms on our smartphones, people. So let's start utilizing them. I mean, we paid some good money for these phones, so let's start utilizing them for what they are, okay? This one too, this one might be hard for some of you, but again, thanks technology. No TV during office hours. No TV. I know I use it. I justify my use of television time as white noise, but I find myself looking up. Me personally, I'm a Nashville fan. And yeah. And I'll watch that and try to work at the same time. But Lord, when Juliet goes into a tangent, or when, Raina gets into it, and now her husband, if you don't watch it, never mind. Anyway, you see, that's what happens. You get sucked in. So utilize those technologies of Hulu, Netflix, and what else did I say? What was it? DVR. Utilize them. And turn off your TV during your office hours. Another thing I do too is I put my phone on silent. God, it helps so much. My office hours are normally from 8:30 to 10:30 at night. That is the most productive time for me because the kids are asleep. My husband, he's kind of zoning out on his own in his own little world, so I can actually start doing work myself. So that is when my phone goes on silent. I actually have an app on my phone. It's not an Apple, but the smartphones do have it now too. And the LGs, at least, they have what they call quiet mode. So I can actually set up all these cool little nifty little things to happen at a specific time, including my phone going on silent. I can only get emergency phone calls from the people that I put into my emergency contact list, and all my indications go away for that time period. So my silent or my quiet mode is from 9 p.m. till 7 a.m. It happens. That's what it is. So then, it also prompts me to stop checking my social media so much too, because those notifications, when that light pops up, man, we want to look. So that is something that it's helped me do. So now we're going to recap because I'm going into 20 minutes here. Recap. Family first. Put your family first and help them get on board. Let them work with you and help you do stuff, and they'll become your biggest cheerleaders, and they will begin to understand what it is that you're trying to do, and they'll help you chase that dream. You'll catch that dream a lot faster. Second, create a schedule. Start looking at where your time is going. Be sure to track it on, create a nifty little tracker like I did, or wait for me to post mine. And you can use that too. And eliminate distractions. Social media is not going to help you build your business. It helps, but it's really not going to help you. If anything, it can become a hindrance. So just be conscious of what you're doing. Eliminate those distractions. If TV is a distraction, turn it off. Especially, during your business hours, turn it off, okay? So some quick little notes. I want to say just some personal thoughts and experiences is that this balance won't happen instantly. It's not going to happen overnight. Sometimes we got to take baby steps. So even after you've done that assessment of where all your time goes, just start making subtle changes little by little, and keep incorporating something maybe each week. So maybe the first week you do 20-minute social media check-ins, then next week you'll do 20-minute social media check-ins, and you'll turn off the TV too during your business hours. So just start slow. Don't try to do it all at once, because then you're setting yourself up for failure. Speaking from experience, guys. Communication. Going back to that family first, communication is definitely key. So be sure you explain to your family how important it is that you have this time to work on your business, and they're definitely bound to understand and they're bound to support that. For kids, you have to reiterate it a little bit more, and sometimes you have to take advantage of those nap times. And that's when you can really get if you feel that that's your most productive time, then definitely utilize that time. And then finally, you have to be flexible because life is so spontaneous and anything can happen. And that beautiful, productive looking to-do list that we have, or that schedule that we have, something can, wrenches can be thrown in our designs every single day. And my biggest tip is to just go with the flow of it. If you get knocked off course, then that's fine. And you just pick up tomorrow. Okay? So I hope I answered this question as best that I could, Carly. I really hope so. If not, you know how to reach me. If you do have any more questions about the balance between family and your business, just leave a comment, or you can email me at theenduringoptimist@gmail.com, and I will be more than happy to answer your questions personally. So thanks so much, guys, for listening to me ramble and laugh and mess up my words a couple times. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And be sure to check out my blog, theenduringmind.com. It's changing to Optimist very soon, guys. But it's theenduringmind.com. I'm coming back tomorrow with a brand new blog post. And also, if you've subscribed to my newsletter, you'll also be getting a brand new newsletter as well with the theme of the month, Be That Rose. So thanks so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. Until then, I will see you all soon enough. All right, guys, take care, stay blessed, and I will see you soon. Bye.